Hey, Scott Berto here with Tree Protection Supply. We get a lot of phone calls or emails when we're on the phone with people. They ask, once my tree gets up and out of the tree tube and gets large enough to stand on its own, can I reuse my tubes? And the answer is absolutely yes. A lot of companies probably don't want you to reuse them because then they can't sell you more tubes. But we're all about extending the life of our product, everyone getting the most out of it, getting the most for your dollar. There's no reason not to reuse these. What we've already done is we've already slit this for time's sake, but you basically just take your zip ties and you pull them out, and now down between this is the TubeX Combi tube. Down the back of the TubeX Combi tube there's these little strengthening rods, and you just take a pocket knife, a utility knife. I like to use a utility knife with the razor blades that are meant for roofing. They have kind of a hooked end to them. And you can hook that right in there and just come ripping right down between these. It opens up and it removes the tube. You can see here this tree is definitely making it on its own. It does not need the benefit of the growing environment produced by the tube. Now that doesn't mean that a deer can't come along and scratch along your tree. And we have our Tree Pro Bark Pro product that you can put around here to continue to protect your tree, or you can keep your stake next to it. Sometimes that'll keep the deer off as well. But if you want to reuse these for a second planting, second generation use so to speak, you just rethread your zip tie back in the same exact holes. Very simple, very fast, very easy. There you go. You can tell this tube will kind of close back naturally by itself, and then when you pull it tight against the stake, it'll keep this tube nice and tight and closed. You're going to maintain that spray zone down here. You're not going to get herbicide on your tree if you're using herbicides. You can get a second use out of these tree tubes, hopefully maybe after 3 or 4 years of this being on one tree. Then you can take it off, put it on a second generation, and hopefully get anywhere from 3 to 4 more years out of that. And so you can get 2 for 1 out of these tree tubes sometimes. It doesn't work for all trees. Sometimes they have to stay on the tree for longer and you won't get as many uses or as many years out of the tube. But for the most part, you can use these twice. Slit it down the back, re-put your tree tube cable ties on there. This will work for a Tree Pro tube as well, our Max Grow tubes. You just slit it right down between the 2 tie holes and you pull it off and retube it. So these guys get a second chance to work. Your tree has grown up and is beautiful and nice and healthy and can continue on. And so yes, you can reuse solid round construction tree tubes for second plantings. So there you go. Go out and now you can essentially think, well, I'm getting 50% off my tree tubes when I buy them because I can use them twice.